Hey you guys, welcome back to my shop today. We have parts, we have bearings, we have fun stuff. Dad is gonna video this whole underside going together for our liability, and that way nothing can be said later down the road. I'll let him talk about that. Here's the parts. We have an oil filter, bearings, we have bolts, main bolts, oil pan bolts, a filter, everything. Explain what you're doing.
We're going to put these rod bearings in.
Explain what we're going to time lapse.
Yeah. I'm going to video me putting them in step by step, every single one of them. That way, because this had a spun bearing. That way, if anything happens, it can't be said that it's because of what I did, how I installed it. If I have it all recorded, then there's no fault on me if this thing starts knocking again. You understand what I'm saying by that?
It'll be all time lapse, you guys. So. But it'll show everything it's done.
Yeah, it'll show it. I mean, and we'll have the original video in case, just in case. I'm not going to take the blame for fucking something knocking. Because when we build something for somebody, when we do something for somebody, all we're doing is turning nuts and bolts. You know what I'm saying? I didn't send this crank didn't get sent out. I didn't make the bearings. I mean, I can only do what I can do.
Realistically, the bearing spun. Realistically, this should have went to a machine shop.
You want to move that stand you got sitting there? Technically, if a bearing spins, whether it's a rod or a main, you need them resized. Like if it spins on a rod, you need your rod resized. If it spins in your main, you need to take to a machine shop and have them resize your main bearing. But I mean, I've seen it work plenty of times without doing it. You know, but this is also a twin turbo car that, you know, I'm sure it ain't baby. You know what I'm saying by that? Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yep. And no engine is built to just constantly be beat on.
He blew it up, racing another BMW.
A diesel. But I'll bring you guys back when you're underneath the car set up.
There it is, I can see it. I mean, it looks good. I mean, that's the one that was spun in. I mean, there's nothing stuck to it. I mean, it looks really, really good. All right, I'm gonna plastic gauge it and then go from there.
And so here's the trick tool that you got to use for this, guys. This is a torque to angle gauge, or torque then angle, however you say it. Basically, you're gonna torque it and then you're gonna go to whatever degree it says to go. We got the torque wrench set 20 Newton meters, so which is what that requires.
This one don't go that low, and
This one don't go that low.
Figured up, I'm not gonna matter.
Okay, you guys, he's getting ready to slide down here, but right here's where he is. I'll probably have to move the camera as he goes along, because
Alright, before I stop again, you want to make sure lock the lock. Has it locked? The rod has it locked. Lock the lock. No matter what engine it is, lock the lock. I'm not going to show all these bearings as I pull them off, because the rest, they all look this good though. I mean, the rest of them, it was just that one that was fun. Hoping the camera's picking it up, but I mean, that's not bad at all. I mean, that's why I just hope there ain't no problem with that rod or anything, but there shouldn't be. Like I said, I'm not real good with this camera stuff. This is Ross's thing, but this is the rod end of it. This is the rod end, not that same bearing I just showed you. I mean, they don't look bad. I'm going to mark them and lay them out so you can check them out when you get to it. But there you go.
come on. Alright, explain.
Just showing up the plastic gauge reading was, so I mean.
Move your light away from the There you go.
Is that better?
No, I need you to move your light completely off of it. There you go. Now you can see it.
You see it? Okay.
Yep.
There you go. That's it.
It's good. My phone's gonna die, so I think we might cut it off for tonight.
Alright, I don't know if you can see it real good. Here's the top. Out of number 6.
What do you got?
Here's the bottom. Out of number 6. I'll bring it back when I'm putting it back.
Alrighty guys, my phone ran dead. This is Dad's phone, so quality difference. Dad's done everything but put the oil pan on. He's done everything because the camera ran dead, so everything's done to the T. So
Doing the last 70 right fucking now.
he's doing the last 70 right now.
Thank God. And this is a pain you have to do with this gate in this car, I'm telling you.
Well, once you've seen that rod spun, that should tell you that it probably should have came apart. I went to the machine shop.
Okay. 70. Here we go. That's 70. Are you still recording?
Yep.
See? I mean, every time I stop the front on 70. That's 70 with all the pressure off the torque wrench. I mean,
70. So I went coyote hunt with a buddy. I come home and Dad's got this almost done. We'll start fresh and renewed tomorrow and button it the rest of the way up.
before I put this oil pan back on, because they had a, I just want to point out how bad this oil leak was before. I think it's more of a leaky main than the oil pan got before. Let me turn this over. My phone's not as good as Austin's, but let's see if I can actually get an idea. I mean, look, this thing's been leaking oil for a long time, and I just want to document that. It had a bad leak before. I mean, it's not just there. I mean, look back here. I mean, try to get some light on it. I mean, it's all down the car. I mean, you can see it. See how bad it was leaking? I mean, you can see. I mean, so I think it's got a leaky main seal. That's what I think. It's leaking a little bit, maybe, but just to document, dude. This is before I put the oil pan on. This is how it was when I took it apart. I mean, it had a bad, massive oil leak before. Alright, there we go.
Alright, you guys. The only thing left is put that rack in, put oil in it, filter. Everything's done. These K-frame bolts were all Loctited, torqued to spec. Same with all that crap there. Everything has a mark on it where we touched it. Good. Kind of sparkly. I don't know how it's getting on camera. There's some sparklies in there. So. Then you're gonna grab your new oil filter. You're gonna go plop like so. Okay, guys, here's your oil drain plug. So you have your new crush washer. our copper washer. Your old one. We're gonna take that one off. We're gonna replace it with the one that came in the kit, which is that kit right there. Boom. Knock underneath there. Put this plug back in. Alrighty, you guys. Not a very good shot of this underside, but there's not a lot of room. Everything's tight. Everything we touched has an orange mark on it. Orange mark. Orange mark over there. Orange mark. Orange mark. And so on. Every nut, every bolt has an orange mark. You know we've touched it. So everything's tight underneath here. We're gonna put fluids in it. Alright, you guys. I've been wanting to do this since I saw this. This rug right here. That whoever sold him this car is on here to stop the oil leak that this car had. This is dangerous, right next to the exhaust. So I've been wanting to do this to hide it, not to stop it, to hide it. I've been wanting to do this since I've seen it. So we're gonna cut this off because I, for one, don't like it and it's dangerous. And it's There's another damn zip tie. How many zip ties do you need to hold this stupid thing on here? Jesus, the hackery. Whoever did this went through to do this. It's downright ridiculous. There. Finally off. It's soaked with oil, dude. There's Look, 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 look. 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 You guys see that? It's all oil. Soaked into that. Look at that. Jeez. And he can have that back, and if he wants to put that back on there, he can. But I'm gonna put you guys back on charge until he's putting oil in that, and then we'll show you putting oil in it.
Let's set her off outside.
So I documented that when it came. And then there's drywall screws going to get on. Here's the oil that he bought to use. So that's what we're going to use. I'll bring you guys back when we're putting the rims on or doing something else. Getting ready to start it. Ooh, wish us luck. So you guys, I have a rant. For one, who builds a fucking car and don't put a fucking dipstick on it? Anywhere. To check your oil. And then, what was it? 6 point what quarts?
6.8 quarts.
Who the fuck does this? Only German fucking junk would do that. That's fucking ridiculous. That might be why that blew up in the first place. Maybe he only put 5 quarts. Alright, you guys. So, both filters are in now. Everything is done. Minus the rims of the tires. That front shield, so we need to put oil in it. I'm sure you guys can see my rant. Now, I do want to say something. They may have done that for a reason. To me, it's just stupid to not put a dipstick. So you can't check your own oil. I think that's kind of just stupid and not user-friendly at all. But I imagine if you have BMW money to spend on a car like this, and you have money to take it to the shop to get an oil change. So I'm sure that's probably why they did it, to make more money. So alrighty guys, I'm actually in some clean clothes because I have to get in this. We'll make sure I'm clean. So, wash my hands. Dad's unplugging injectors.
This is gonna be a long minute.
Alrighty guys, so yeah, that has to come off to get to your injectors. And after that, you just, simple as hell to pull like any other injector. And then to do that, you have a couple 10mm bolts. And then, see if I can see the hole. right here, they put another drywall screw through that to hold up the wiring. So BMW, I found on thing, straight from BMW, you gotta crank this like what they say for 10 seconds, then you let the battery cool, then you crank it.
The guy said crank it for 10 seconds, let it set for 20 seconds or a minute, crank it for another 10 seconds, let the starter cool. You don't want to let the starter run for an hour, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to cook the starter.
They said to repeat it 3 or 4 times, but I'm going to repeat it probably 6 times. I'm sure.
Just to make sure everything's good and sealed, because you do not want to have this happen again because you didn't prime your engine. Or if you change your oil, you want to do this just so that way you don't do what this car did and spin a rod. Well, you guys, me and Dad have been at this for what, 2 days straight now? So the fuel pump is not kicking on, and me and Dad haven't touched none of the fuel pump. Dad unplugged 2 sensors off this engine.
Yeah, one goes. The only thing I took off was the oil pan. One goes in the oil pan, which is I'm sure is your crank position sensor, and the other is your air intake on that. So that's it. And I plugged the 6 injectors to prime the engine.
So
that's it.
Needs a fuel pump. So I'm gonna end this video right here because I don't know where this car is going from here. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll let you guys know when I figure that out. But for now, I'm gonna upload this video to you guys.